Aye, 7 o'clock, let's call this meeting to order, please. Everyone, please, pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please. Here.
Roseville,
Present.
Hutt,
Here.
Leszewski,
Here.
Reiner,
Here.
Hockhauser,
Here.
Lewis,
Here.
Keeling.
Here.
A quorum is established.
Okay, I do have a couple of amendments to tonight's agenda. Under Mayor's Report, item number 2, we want to move that to be the first item to be considered. So we're flopping 1 and 2 under Mayor's Report. And I would like to move the GC Housing item under Plan Commission up to Mayor's Report also as the first item. Do we have any other amendments to tonight's agenda? All those in favor of amending the agenda as presented, please state aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, we have no presentations, no public hearings. Do we have any citizen comments this evening on items that are on the agenda this evening? Please state your name for the record, sir, and sign in.
Hi, I'm Patrick Carter, registered voter, and I live on Salmonock Street, across 47 here on East Salmonock Street. Just coming up here today, this is my first time visiting City Council, because I want to talk about the senior living that's been in the paper, and you guys are wanting to discuss too. I'm supportive of the senior housing development that our town is in much need of. It'd be nice to have some place for seniors to live that's affordable and that is conveniently located. The problem that I have is that we want to do this at the expense of our city plan. The zoning of our city was put in place as a blueprint to what our city should look like as it grows. It's no different than the plan that you use to build your own home. You don't build rooms and then decide to use them in a different manner. Nobody would want to live in the kitchen or the bathroom for their bedroom, right? So we shouldn't be putting a square peg into a round hole just because a developer wants a piece of land that's cheapest. The building that's been asked to be put in, I've understand, is to be a 4-story building. I've driven around town this last couple of weeks, and I don't know of any buildings that are that tall. And maybe I'm wrong on the design of the plan, but it seems to me that the plan that we're putting in place for this building needs to go in a location that is designed for the plan that our city has in place, so that it can accommodate the future growth, so that we don't have a hodgepodge of a city as it continues to grow. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Any other citizen comments on items that are on the agenda this evening? Yes, sir.
Your Honor, Jesse Alniz, Colonial Parkway. Your Honor, I thought about this even more since the last meeting and everything, and my position still stands. I still can't, it does not change. I mean, this is what you're looking at. We have all these ordinances. Your grass cannot exceed this much, or there's a fine. You cannot have this vehicle sitting in your property, or there's a fine. And we're going to come after you because the law is the law. However, if we vote by majority, we're going to put this behemoth eyesore right in your own backyard. The law is the law. You have to follow the law. If that's the ordinances, you can't go over two stories, then you can't go over 2 stories. All this vote on this evening is, it is not a question of law. It's all you're going to want to vote on is to see if we agree to break the law for somebody else's benefit. And I understand the things on social justice and the social inequalities. I've been to Chicago. I've begged on the streets of Chicago to see what it feels like. I've spent the night with the homeless people in Chicago. I understand it. I sympathize. But that does not give you the right to infringe on your neighbors. I have rights. All of us have rights. But my rights end where somebody else's begin. This is crazy. I don't even know why we're discussing this. It comes under a guise. We talk about it. People don't study. They don't understand. There was once a leader who said, you know what, we have an obligation to take care of our elderly. There should be equality in our educational system so that even the gifted children of the poor have the same benefits as the gifted people of the rich. And if you support that, that was Adolf Hitler. Think about what you're doing. It was Sam Adams' words. Sam Adams' words. Those who prefer security and the wealth to their liberty don't deserve it. You deserve neither. Your rights should be trampled on. This country's already gone haywire. It's already crazy. Go out there fishing without a license, they'll nail you. The law is the law. You have to pay the fine. You have to go to court. But if you enter the country illegally from Mexico, you get benefits, you get this, you get that, and everything else.
Jesse, can we keep it to agenda items? And we're not talking immigration here.
Yes, sir. So, Your Honor, I say that justice has to be blind. This council has to follow their own laws. And if we don't follow their own laws, then we create a contempt for the law. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Do we have any other citizen comments on items that are on the agenda this evening? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved. Oh, second.
Roll call, please.
Colesimo?
Aye.
Wilczewski?
Aye.
Rulis?
Aye.
Graders?
Aye.
Wildhauser?
Aye.
Coe?
Aye.
Teeling?
Aye.
Cott?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, well, we have no minutes for approval. Jumping to the mayor's report, we'll take the plan commission item of GC Housing Development LLC, a senior independent living facility. There are 3 ordinances. I'll read the first ordinance and then I'll open it up for discussion. So I will entertain a motion to approve an ordinance approving the rezoning to the R4 General Multifamily Residence District of the property located at the northeast corner of Walnut Street and Fremont Street, GC Housing Development LLC, and authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute.
So moved. Second.
Okay, comments or questions on this? Yes, sir.
Well, I just wanted to comment based on the comments that we had here today. I think that this housing unit that's going in, if it passes, is a perfect example of how government does work. Obviously, we had a 4-story building that was proposed, which was rather large. There was a lot of objection. Through negotiations with the landowners, with the developers, with the city, the proposal today is actually a 2-story building, not a 4-story building. 75 units down to 51 units. It's less of an impact on the area, which caused the attorney, Ms. Helen, for the neighbors to withdraw their objection at this point based on the compromise between the landowners and the city, and the developers. So I really think that this is an example of how government should work, that we're not forcing down anybody's throats, that we're not forcing anybody to do anything that they don't want to do. And we come to a compromise that is workable by all parties. So based on that, and I said that from day one in EDC when it was brought up, that the concerns of the neighbors needed to be addressed, and I believe that has been done at this point. So I will be voting to support it. Thank you.
Well said, Alderman Colosimo. And democracy is not always pretty, the process, but in the end, when you have people that want to work together, the process does work. Yes, sir.
Yeah, just, this plan we had before us tonight, I think is a big improvement over what we looked at our last meeting. I was not going to support a four-story building, nor a three-story building for that matter. This one, I think, fits the neighborhood. And listening to the residents in that area, nobody wanted the four-story. I think this works. Once again, it shows that we've listened to our constituents, and this is a plan that hopefully most people will be happy with, and I'm going to support it.
Anyone else?
To talk about the project as a whole, Carlo summed it up. I think he did a very well job of doing that. This is the way that the process should work, and it worked very well here, I think, to find something that works best for the city. I do have one question on one of the ordinances before we go through the approvals. On the development agreement, page 559, I had a question. There's a statement that says that funding is not approved on or before September 30, 2007. The language of that one, I want to confirm that funding is the appropriate term, or if that should not be the application process as a whole.
It should, I drafted the agreement, it should be funding because it's not approval of the application, it's approval of the actual funding of the project.
Now, that would be the assumption that if they don't receive funding by that date, September 30th, they have to withdraw their variance
Or
application
acknowledgement
with us.
that it will be funded.
However,
We don't want to take a
that's
chance.
the last date that they can apply for that's the second chance that they have to apply for
Correct.
the,
Apply for
funding.
the funding.
okay?
I mean,
I just want to make sure that that is the correct,
yeah,
that it's funding, not the process.
right.
If you're
'Cause if we-
comfortable with that, I
I
just
am.
want to make sure that
I don't want to get that.
right.
Section 6.
Yeah, it's on page 559 of our PDF.
Yeah, that's a difficult way for us.
I know.
To clear that up just even further, it's a 2017 date.
Right.
So what we've done is we've allowed for the fact that in case we do not get the allocation of tax credits.
On the application you're in now.
On the application we are in now.
You have a
we
second
actually
chance.
would have 3 more times that we could apply,
Okay.
because it would take us through 17.
And that is the last opportunity, so that's why it says funding.
That is what, between the city's attorney and our attorney, we felt was a reasonable time that we could work within. So
Okay.
that, because it is not atypical that you will not be awarded the credits on the first time, and we would apply again. You know,
If my attorney's comfortable with that, I'm
Yeah,
comfortable
I
with it.
wanna
I think
keep
this
it
is going to be a good project for the city.
Anyone else see where you had something?
I just want to thank the developers and the residents for being able to come to a compromise, I think, on this, and being able to work out something that's really good for the city as a whole. Again, I just want to say thank you.
Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Wostenholz,
Aye.
Lukasser,
Aye.
Wilczewski,
Aye.
Teeling. Cook,
Aye.
Scott,
Aye.
Reuters.
Aye.
Mr. Lewis.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next, I'll entertain a motion to approve an ordinance granting a variance to increase the maximum permitted number of dwelling units per acre for the property located at northeast corner of Walnut and Fremont Street, GC Housing Development LLC, and authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute and
Mr. Mayor, appended to that very ordinance as of today is an east border preliminary landscape plan. This is what was agreed to, dated February 23rd, 2016, prepared by Manhart. And that is considered, if you vote yes for this ordinance, it will include this agreed preliminary landscape plan.
Subject to staff and legal review, we would request.
Right, right.
So moved.
Second.
comments or questions on that motion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Lewis.
Aye.
Colosimo,
Aye.
Funkasser,
Aye.
Lushewski,
Aye.
Sealing. Coe,
Aye.
Cott,
Aye.
Raiders.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next, I'll entertain a motion to approve an ordinance approving a development agreement, an ordinance approving an agreement providing for a housing assistance program, and an ordinance approving an indemnity agreement, all between the city and GC Housing Development, LLC, and authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute.
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions on this one? Roll call, please.
Colosimo,
Aye.
Funkasser,
Aye.
Lushewski,
Aye.
Sealing. Coe,
Aye.
Cott,
Aye.
Raiders.
Aye.
Rules.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right, thank you all. Thank you. Now we'll move back to our regularly scheduled agenda. And Ms. Teeling, have a nice night. So we're going under mayor's report. I'll entertain a motion to approve an ordinance amending ordinance number 2006-14 relating to the issuance of the city's special service area numbers 2005-108 and 2005-109 special tax refunding bonds, series 2016, and authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute.
So moved. Second.
Comments or questions on this one?
I just have one comment, it's not really out of my mouth. The residents of Ward 3, thank you.
Yes. For those that don't have the details on this, we are issuing refinancing bonds for the SSAs for part of Bristol Bay and Autumn Creek. Should save the residents anywhere from $250 to $350 per year. So, great thing for your Ward 3 residents. Any other comments or questions? Roll call, please.
Coe,
Aye.
Cott,
Aye.
Raiders.
Aye.
Rules.
Aye.
Colosimo,
Aye.
Funkasser,
Aye.
Lushewski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Again.
Sealing.
Oh, she's gone. And now we have to abate the original bonds. So I entertain a motion to approve an ordinance abating special service area taxes for special service area numbers 2005-108 and 2005-109, and authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute.
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions on the abatement? Roll call, please.
Coe,
Aye.
Cott,
Aye.
Raiders.
Aye.
Rules.
Aye.
Colosimo,
Aye.
Funkasser,
Aye.
Lushewski.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, we have no committee reports, so we'll jump right to Park Board. I'll entertain a motion to approve a resolution approving an amendment to project agreement OS 14-1905 with the Illinois Department of Natural Resources and authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute.
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions on this extension? Roll call, please.
Cott,
Aye.
Raiders.
Aye.
Rules.
Aye.
Colosimo,
Aye.
Funkasser,
Aye.
Lushewski.
Aye.
Coe.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, we're going on to, back to planning commission. An ordinance approving a special use for a tavern at 226 South Bridge Street, the Law Office Corporation. I'll entertain a motion to approve an ordinance approving a special use for a tavern at 226 South Bridge Street, the Law Office Corporation, and authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute.
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions on that?
I think our city administrator.
There is a supplemental motion on there that we're recommending to amend the actual ordinance to incorporate the application and the interior floor plans, which were accidentally omitted from the actual draft ordinance.
So, we'll take a motion to amend right now? All right, so I'll entertain a motion to amend the section 3 of the ordinance to read as follows. Section 3, that the special use granted herein shall be constructed, operated, and maintained in accordance with the following plans, diagrams, and conditions. A, an application for special use submitted by the Law Office Corporation dated 12/21/2015 and executed by Boyd Ingmanson. B, interior floor plans and renderings prepared by 2020 Technologies dated 4/7/2015. So we will take questions on the amendment. Any questions? So voting on the amendment to the original motion.
Yeah, no one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jumping ahead of myself.
Second.
There we go. All right, now comments or questions on the amendment. Roll call, please.
Peters,
Aye.
Rulis,
Aye.
Colosimo,
Aye.
Lukasser,
Aye.
Wilczewski,
Aye.
Coe,
Aye.
Aye.
So back to the original amended motion. Any questions on the original amended motion?
No, did anybody move on that motion? I don't think we moved on it yet.
I don't think we did.
We had Jackie and
yes,
Did we?
No, we did the,
Alderman
we
Wilczewski.
had
Yeah.
no, yeah, in the first one.
Yeah, we did. That's right,
Yes.
yes.
Confusing enough.
She'll get it all straight. Any questions on the original amended motion? Roll call, please.
Rulis, I'm sorry, Lukasser,
Aye.
Wilczewski,
Aye.
Coe,
Aye.
Cott,
Aye.
Peters,
Aye.
Rulis,
Aye.
Colosimo,
Aye.
motion passes.
In the future, if we can make it less confusing for the mayor and aldermen, we would appreciate it. Okay, last item under Plan Commission. I'll entertain a motion to approve an ordinance approving special use for a small religious institution at Unit 8, 210 Beaver Street, United Faith in Christ Church, and authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute.
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions on this? Roll call.
Rulis,
Aye.
Colosimo,
Aye.
Lukasser,
Aye.
Wilczewski,
Aye.
Coe,
Aye.
Cott,
Aye.
Peters,
Aye.
motion passes.
No zoning board of appeals, no city council report, city clerk's report, any community and liaison reports? Yes, sir.
One brief. School board met last night. They obviously did approve the waiver of the fees for GC Housing for their, the transitional fees, so that was beneficial to the development. The other thing I wanted to mention is that the district was able to go through a refunding process for their bonds. And they had 4 bidders on that process, which my understanding is their representative from the firm was very giddy about the bid process. They had 67 individual bids within the time frame, so for that, they were happy. The big thing is during the bond refunding process, or the timeline 2017 and 2024, the district will be saving $2.3 million in interest for the district. Pretty significant.
Pay for the administrative salary basis. Any other liaison reports? Any staff reports?
Just 2 quick items, Your Honor. One, I wanted to congratulate Rob and his staff and thank them for the 5th straight year of getting the Certificate of Achievement for excellence in financial reporting. So we do the audit each year. We do the audit each year. It has to be done within 6 months of the close of the fiscal year. It's been done early now, I think, for the 5th year in a row, and each year they've got the award. So it really makes everybody's jobs and budget process just a whole lot easier to have such a smooth running operation in that department. And then along those same lines, I wanted to thank publicly both Attorney Orr and Christie for their work on the community development applications that come through. When something even as simple as the law office comes through, or something as complex as GC Housing turned out to be, the amount of conversations that we have on a day-to-day basis, just going back and forth with the permutations of what could happen if this happens, it really takes up the majority of our time for, a 3 or 4 month process. So, the fact that they're so readily available and willing to just answer all of my crazy questions is, it means a lot and helps me do my job better. So, thank you.
Okay, under presentations, we have something for fiscal year 2017 budget presentation. I don't think you were going to present anything today, though, were you?
Nope. If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer them before the next meeting is when I'll have.
Everybody's glaring at him. You're not presenting that tonight.
The only question I have, Bart, is would you mind presenting tonight?
Well, I'm doing it time, Brett.
When can we expect our binders? Because I like the paper.
Yeah.
I would think probably end of this week.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Great, thank you.
Turn your old binders in, please. You're on a tight budget here.
I like to save my budgets.
All of my comments.
Okay, any additional business? I had someone approach me on Friday. They would like to repair the flame in Town Square Park. I always enjoyed it when I first moved here. It was a shame when it went out. I guess it's a mess. I don't know, Tim, it's pretty rusted away in there.
The top portion that holds the flame is rusted out, and because it was done, custom made, it's not an easy project to go get it fixed. So I'm sure Eric knows a little bit more about it too. So, I mean, we worked with the Legion, and that's why it has lights around it now, just because it kept blowing out, and then people would be calling thinking there was a massive gas leak, and things of that nature, so.
But this group is looking towards bringing the Legion and other groups together, kind of doing a whole campaign, kind of a Fix the Flame campaign. So, do you think it's worthwhile, Eric?
Fan the flame.
Fan the flame, there you go.
Anything's possible, you bet.
Okay.
I mean, it depends on what they would like to do. We can sure look at any option.
Okay.
We can entertain options.
Yeah, unless anyone has any objections, I'm with them.
I like fire.
Yeah, move forward. Okay, I'm sure we'll be hearing more about that soon. No more additional business? Yes, sir.
I was stopped by a gentleman this afternoon on the way in who wanted me to remind the city that on the 4-lane highway, specifically right over here by Apple Tree, if there is a stopped school bus headed southbound, you do not need to stop when you are headed northbound because it is a 4-lane highway. Can you verify this? Okay, so 4-lane highway, keep moving. 2-lane, 3-lane, you gotta stop.
Even though there's no median there?
No, if there's a median, you can keep going. If there's no median, you
Don't you
still
have to
have to stop in the other direction.
Not on a 4-lane.
With no median, I believe.
I think you have to stop.
I believe without a median.
They have to
the
stop.
next question
That
That was,
This is why
my understanding was that you had to stop.
No, on a 4-lane highway, you don't gotta stop.
So I thought the median was different.
I think it has to be divided.
I'll send email to everybody confirming it.
Yes.
Terry's
I will
over there.
blast it.
Deputy Chief will wait for
It has to
yours.
have a median.
I think I'm with you.
Terry's got me.
Thank God for Google.
We're all staring at it.
Well, yeah.
Sure, it's the Wi-Fi now.
Wi-Fi. I had to go look at my file.
While we're waiting, do we have any citizen comments? Anything that's on your mind? Dan, you got anything? Okay. Can we keep the meeting open until Deputy Chief Cleo comes
I
back?
had one quick announcement. Two things on Saturday, March 19th, in the morning, we have the Breakfast with a Bunny and the Egg Hunt over here at Beecher. And then after that, if you want to eat more pancakes, you can go to the Aurora Kiwanis Pancake Breakfast, which is at the Aurora Central Catholic High School. We're also having a blood drive that morning, so if you want, have a bunch of sugar and then give a bunch of blood. I used to do it in high school. It's totally legal. It's good for the environment. If you need tickets, you can either Google Aurora Kiwanis or you can message me privately, whatever you're more comfortable with. Either way, flapjacks and eggs and bunnies, or flapjacks and blood draws.
Albert Frieders, you do know that we have young impressionable scout
Still more time? Also, the City of Aurora and Fox Metro, and of course my Aurora Kiwanis Club, we're putting together a one-day service club day. We're going to be cleaning up the Fox River in Aurora. April 2nd, 2016, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. We're going to be meeting at that beautiful mansion with the Fox Valley Park District has on Illinois, which is across from the Fox Valley Park Building Crisco Center. And then we're going to be basically bussing up and down the Indian Creek area and picking up as many tires as we can. We're also, and this is the reason why I mention this, we're collecting unused and unwanted prescription medications on this day. So please don't dump your drugs in your toilet. Either bring it to my pharmacy, the compounder in Aurora, while I will put it in my yellow jug, or bring it to this event where they will dispose of them properly, so I don't end up drinking your birth control pills. Jerry?
Do I just speak loudly?
Yes.
Let me read it. You are not required to stop for a school bus with red flashing light when the stopped school bus is traveling in the opposite direction and the roadway has 3 or more marked traffic lanes, is separated by a median, or is separated by a physical barrier.
Or.
For all of us.
Not and.
So it's and, but it's mostly
But
or.
it's 3 lanes.
It's 4.
But no, that's a total.
Yes, so if it's more than 3, whee, right? Make it rhyme?
Let's go practice, I'll pull you.
Things have changed,
So the answer is you don't have to stop?
No. If there's 4, keep moving. If there's 3, you should probably slow down. Keep moving.
I care about the children, so I will be stopping.
I care about. Okay.
All right, meeting adjourned. Thank you all.
The brown-eyed children with the nets at the baseball field. I care about them.